Oh, welcome to Coffee and Conversation. My name's Michael, one of your recovery coaches for today.
And I am Greg, also one of your recovery coaches here at Coffee and Conversation.
And I'm Karen, also a capital recovery coach.
All right, what we got on the agenda today? We got announcements going on. What we got here?
We have Bro tomorrow at 10. Oh, yes, Thursday. May 27th at the Community Hub at Downtown Delhi and Violence.
Oh, all right.
All right, sound good. Good location, right?
Switched it up on us, man.
Yeah, they
But
twisted up on us midstream.
we midstream, but we'll be in the building though. We'll definitely be there. Hopefully y'all can come out, or if y'all have any individuals that in need of services to go away for any outpatient or even inpatient treatment or any services of that, please let us know.
That's right.
What about Friday?
Friday, we have our Walking Through Recovery at 11, and we meet at Mayor Atkins Drive and Washington Street.
And also on Thursday, we have our virtual all recovery, all pathways to recovery.
All pathways.
Yeah, don't leave that out. All pathways to recovery on Thursday, starting at
1 p.m. Thursday, 1 p.m. So today we're gonna go. We're gonna have a wellness wheel, what we call it, a wellness wheel, where we will have different people from different professional fields, and we will be going all around. We will be dealing with emotional, intellectual, physical, social, environmental, financial, and spiritual. It's like a wellness wheel, and we will be dealing with the whole part of the person's being. So we're going to be expounding on that. We'll let you know what day we will have people come in from that particular field and let you see all the things that we have going on with that. So also we're going to be doing some teachings or readings or discussions on the same areas that we will be having professionals coming in, helping in those particular areas of that wellness wheel, right?
Absolutely. Relatively to it. And just before we begin, I just want to really say, due to the event that happened over the past weekend, our hearts goes out to the family. We send out condolences to everyone in the community. Such tragic event that occurred. So today we want to extend our love to all the family, and we are praying for you.
That's everybody. We all feel the same way. We all are one team. So we feel for you in that situation, in that capacity. All right.
So what are we talking about today?
Life skills in recovery, which was a worksheet that we got from the Buckeye Recovery Network. They have good material there for us to use. You can use on your own to help edify your own personal relationship, or you can use it in a group setting like we are doing today. And this life skills recovery wheel, we was talking about the wellness wheel. We're going to put that under intellectual, right?
Yes,
we're gonna plug it in there, and we're gonna go, because let's read something that it says under the intellectual. It says intellectual wellness means staying curious and engaged in learning new things. Learning new things, that's life skills. So no matter what you particularly go through in life, you have to learn new things in order for you to better navigate through life. Good God Almighty. But when you learn new things in life, it helps you to better get through things. So, all right, who want to start off with life skills? Take it.
All right, I'll start it off, and then we'll go from there. Cool. Number one, what are life skills? Life skills are the tools that a person needs to navigate through the challenges of everyday life. While some people may think these skills come naturally, the opposite is often true. These life skills can be built through education and practice.
Pull over, pause, and park right there for a moment. Hey, listen. He said these life skills can be built through education and practice. That means no matter how much education we get, if we never apply the education we went to school for, we won't see the fruit of that education. So being as though we're having a lot of graduating pictures and everything like that, and I salute everybody that graduate their class. Miss Karen just passed some of her classes.
Yes, I did.
So I want to salute you. And we have to also remember, it says life skills can be built through education and practice. That means actually using what you have been educated in. Similar to what we're doing as recovery coaches, we are actually practicing or using what we have been educated in. And also he says, some people think these skills come natural. No, they don't. You ever hear the saying, man, that's common sense. Yeah, I know you might think it's common sense. That's common sense. You don't do that. You put your hand in the fire, you're gonna get burnt. Yeah, it seems like it's common, but it's actually not. It does not come natural. And one other thing on dealing with what are life skills, sometimes we have the skills to deal with some stressful situation, but we don't know how to utilize the skills that we have. So that's another process in itself.
Mm-hmm. And it goes on to say, thank you, Mike, for that descriptive analogy. That was perfect. Another way to think of life skills is like learning a hobby. Similar to picking up an instrument. In order to learn life skills, a person has to learn it and practice it regularly. Not sometimes.
Not just Monday.
No.
What about just Wednesday? It's good Wednesday.
No.
Regularly.
Regularly is state.
Yes.
When effort is put into it, improve occurs. Recovering from substance use disorder and addiction treatment facility is often the time people are taught vital life skills.
Being in the facility is when you're taught the vital life skills. To be able to utilize the life skills, you're going to be in the field, meaning you left the facility. Now, we give you the necessary coping skills or life skills while you're in the facility or going to the facility. However, when you go into the field, everything that you used to do will come to you and try to get you to come back to it. That's when you start to use the life skills that you learned in the treatment facility. A lot of times people think once they go to the treatment facilities and come home, the thing is over. But it's a journey. It's not a one-time event. So these life skills that we are talking about, this is something that I think is profound, not only in people who are dealing with recovery situations or criminal lifestyle situations. This is universal. This is life skills you can learn when you're in school. You notice life skills you learn when you're in a relationship. You can learn life skills throughout your life. But you got to remember that you have to practice them regularly in order for them to become a part of you. Well, go, Ms. Karen, you want it?
The World Health Organization keys are areas of World Health Organization's key areas of life skills. The World Health Organization's Department of Mental Health identified several key areas of life skills that are almost universally relevant to people of all ages and culture.
These areas of life skills, these key areas of life skills that the World Health Organization have given us that we're going to go over. The number one key area life skill is communication.
Yes, sir.
Communication, it says communication skills include things that are both spoken and unspoken. Examples of communication skills include these: the ability to express feelings. That's a very challenging area for men. I can't speak for women. I've never been one. That's a very challenging area for men to have the ability to express feelings. I want to put into check a word in front of that, our true feelings. Our true feelings is hard, or the ability to express it. I've noticed in my own personal life, the more I was able to express my feelings, my true feelings to my wife, because I am married, that strengthened me. It didn't weaken me. The more I was able to express my feelings, my true feelings, made me stronger. So The World Health Organization key areas of life skills is the ability to express our feelings. That's one.
And also, let me add a little to that, because I know as growing up as a young boy, now I'm a man, because the Bible says, you know,
When I was a child,
you think as a child, I was a man, I think as a man. You know, we have this whole macho thing that men are not supposed to cry.
yeah,
You know, oh man, but that's nonsense. So, like Mike said, express your true feelings.
true feeling.
You know, because a lot of times if you hold things inside, eventually you may explode. And so get rid of that myth and that theory that men is not supposed to express their true feelings
Of
and
how they feel.
of how they feel. All right?
The next one in communication area is assertiveness. Be very assertive, be firm. Don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to say I can't do it. Don't be afraid to say I'm sorry. Just be assertive about what you want. This is all part of your communication. And I know this is challenging to some because some people have a difficult saying no, the ability to say no because they don't want the other person to change how they feel about them.
Passive aggressive.
Yeah, passive aggressive. See, that's that college education. But anyway, time. Conflict management and resolution. This is something that's very big in our society today. The inability to handle or deal with conflict management and the resolution. And that's why we have wars. That's why we have fightings. That's why we have some of the things that crimes committed in our town, in our world. Is because people don't know how to handle conflict, don't have the ability to communicate, to deal with conflict management and resolutions. Listening carefully to others, negotiating skills, and the ability to refuse. I'm telling you, there's a powerful thing there when you're talking about communication.
And one thing about listening skills and communication, they can be verbal and nonverbal. And so be mindful of those things, because a lot of times it tells us about listening skills is that oftentimes we don't hear a person out clearly before they finish their speech. We already have the answer.
Yeah.
And that's not a good skill to have.
Are you done? Are you done?
Mhm.
You be ready to speak before? You ain't hear nothing they said. You just ready to say what you done?
That's right. So listen clearly, and also be able to learn nonverbal skills as well.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Problem solving.
Yep, you got who goes up?
Problem solving. Go ahead, Karen.
Problem solving. Critical thinking and careful decision-making skills are important in helping a person guide their life. Problem-solving skills can help a person think about how their actions affect their future, as well as how their actions affect others. Sometimes a person who lacks problem-solving skills can only see one option when it comes to making a decision. Someone who has problem-solving skills can usually identify at least two or more solutions. This helps a person to choose what will ideally work best for them and their loved ones.
Problem solving.
That's good stuff.
Real good.
And especially when you're dealing with a conflict or a situation, there are many ways that you should view that situation and how to resolve it. You know, there's one way you can resolve it by either talking to someone, letting someone know how you're feeling or how the situation made you feel, or you can also walk away until you cool off, especially if you are in a heated situation. Learn some alternative ways of dealing with problems effectively. Negative self-talk, learn to distinguish and to diffuse negative self-talk with positive self-talk. All right?
And also, as they say, the truth shall set you free. Thank you, Ms. Hill. The problem solving skills, another part I learned recently is a problem solving skill that instead of assuming something, a lot of times people will assume certain things when really, let me tell you, a guy called me and asked me a particular question, and I told him the answer was, No. But what I learned from that was instead of him assuming it, he called and asked. He like, hold on. Instead of assuming this, I had his number. I could actually contact him and just ask. And a lot of people have problem solving issues because they probably be assuming something instead of just reaching out to the individual and just ask them.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Critical thinking. No, creative thinking.
Creative thinking. Creative thinking allows a person to see beyond the possibilities of their world as they know it. It gives them goals and ambition. You don't necessarily have to be artistic to build creative thinking life skills. Many people use creativity in all different professional fields because there is often more than one way to accomplish a goal.
Wow.
Through creative thinking, a person can find new paths to how to accomplish this. Creative thinking. So therefore, think outside the box. Don't follow the norm always. Find out ways that best fit your strengths. And those are ways we try to assist those here at Capital Recovery to focus more so on their strength. And this way they don't get stuck in their mindset that certain things that's impossible. A lot of times if we focus on the weaknesses, we set ourselves back more so than going forward. And so learning how to focus on your creative thinking skills and your strength and develop beyond what you think you can't do.
Good thing, Mr. Daigle. Creative thinking, and it says more than one way to accomplish a goal made me think about multiple pathways.
Me too.
It made me think about multiple pathways because the ultimate goal or the goal is to get people to maintain their sobriety. And there are also a number of different ways to get to that goal. More than one way to accomplish a goal. And in order for you to get to that place, you have to have creative thinking. And basically, sometimes we get locked on thinking that if I don't do it his way or her way, then I can't accomplish that goal. But that's not true, especially in recovery. All right. Oh, let me see what I got here. We on assertiveness?
Where?
Oh, wait, I ain't got this. Oh, yeah. Self-awareness. Self-awareness falls under the self-management skill set where a person learns how to better handle stress and manage their lives. Part of this involves learning how to recognize negative thoughts and turn them into positive ones. Learning ways to achieve calm, such as through relaxation techniques, can also help significantly. Yes, self-awareness is also a skill where a person learns how to better handle stress. That's all life is basically about to me. We are dealt with different stresses at different situations, and how we manage them or handle them determines outcomes sometimes. Sometimes we might, I haven't always perfected handling stress, but it's been one of my strategies to listen to music, read, work out, and things like that. That was my way of dealing with or help me self-manage the stress that I have. Everybody in life will deal with stress on different levels.
And one of the ways for me is self-management. I learned that set some structure in my life, because a lot of times when there's not structure or a schedule or balance, things become unorganized, and sometimes I respond ineffectively. And so therefore, I try to deal with one task at a time.
There you go. Too much off the plate.
If I got too much on my plate, it's like too many noodles.
Too many noodles
in a bowl. I just want to use that analogy. But
too many noodles.
Too many noodles in the bowl.
Hey, you got too many noodles in your bowl. Get some of them noodles out.
Too many tabs open.
Too many tabs open on you. You got too many tabs open.
Close one out and work on the other.
Oh, talking about I thought I saved it. You deleted it. When that tag deleted it, you ain't. Oh, man. Go ahead, Ms. Kim.
Assertiveness means that a person knows how to stand up for themselves. their thoughts, and their opinions when the right moment presents itself. A person who has the inability to be assertive may have difficulty refusing things that aren't good for them or succumb to peer pressure. Learning how to be assertive yet caring for others is a delicate balance that takes practice and effort.
Definitely takes practice,
Especially in recovery.
especially.
You have to be assertive.
Yeah.
People, places, and things, when people come up to you, when you fresh out of treatment,
Yeah.
rehab, listen, be assertive. They're gonna come up to you, you know, don't think that you got it all licked. You tell them, say, listen, the things I used to do, I don't do no more.
That's right.
Please don't come around me no more. Tell them in a nice way. You don't want to be offensive because you don't want to get into a confrontation, but explain to them that you're on a new path, way of recovery.
Be assertive. It takes practice.
Yeah.
It's going to take some tough, but this group won't have to be tough because everything that you used to do when you left for treatment is coming to you. And I was speaking to someone not too long ago who had suffered from relapse, and they said, "Do you know? Now that I'm back on my path, I thought about my relapse, and they said I had money, but every drug that I did, they was giving to me for free." And I said, "Oh, that was not a shock to me." Of course it came free because it wants to get you back. Everything that's why you have to be very assertive and say, you know, this is a high risk situation. I got to get out of there. Even if you don't verbalize it to those individuals or you're not assertive enough to tell them that you don't want to be in that environment, remove yourself. You don't have to give an explanation why you're removing yourself, just remove yourself. But in order for you to do that, you're going to have to be very assertive.
Mm-hmm. Resilience, one of my favorite words.
All right.
Resilience is the ability to rebound after disappointment and loss. A person must feel and recognize negative emotions such as anger, grief, or anxiety, and learn how to deal with them in positive ways whenever possible. Ultimately, a person must accept that they have faced hurdles in their life, but they have the power and promise to overcome them. And so with those who are going through recovery and they still working on their sobriety, and if you ever relapse or had a just want to let you know that it does occur. So don't be shocked if you ever have a relapse. Resilience is one part of it, is that you're able to bounce back and get over a hurdle. And for those who are dealing with grief, such as within our community, we often go through that. And so seek someone that's positive, who are there for you, who are strong and supportive to help you along the way.
And I always think about this word and I also associate it with being able to endure. After you have suffered some type of disappointment or failure or apparent failure, you have to bounce back from it. If you have breath in your body after you have fell down, you possibly relapse, you have to basically muster up that energy to right that wrong that you have suffered from. And it's not going to be an easy task, but it is going to be a journey. You must accept that you have faced hurt. You will have to face hurdles in your life. Being resilient, you will face hurdles. This again, when we talking about the wellness wheel, if you will, we're not only talking about hurdles that you will have to overcome because you have a substance use disorder or a mental health issue. In life, everybody has hurdles that they have to jump over. So don't think, you know, I'm the only person that have to go through this. No, we all have to go through some hurdles in our lives, and we all have to jump these hurdles when they arise. You know, one of the things, my son, he runs track, and the first time he ran hurdles, he didn't know, or I didn't know. I mean, he knew. I didn't know that they had different heights of hurdles. I thought the hurdles was always the same particular height, and then I seen them setting them up on the track and then dropping it, setting it up over here and then dropping it. And I said, hold on, the hurdles have different heights? And they said, yeah, it depends on what race they're running. And I thought about that in life. We have hurdles, but all the hurdles won't be the same height. So sometimes you might have a little hurdle to jump over, and sometimes you might have a hurdle where you have to get back and get a running start. But no matter what, you have to be real resilient in that area. What else we got? Other common life skills. A variety of life skills exist. The following are some that are especially helpful in ensuing the achievement of goals. A willingness to learn. A person has to be willing to make several key changes in their lives and constantly reevaluate their goals. In addition, a person can build life skills by learning from these mistakes. Willingness to learn. A person must have to be willing. We have a term that we use all the time in the recovery arena is we have to meet the person where they are. If they're not willing to go to treatment or a loved one call you say, I want my relative to get some help, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I need that person to have the same amount of enthusiasm. Now, again, it's nothing wrong for you to reach out for help for that individual. I had people reach out for me when I was struggling. However, it wasn't until I was willing to actually apply the things I was learning in treatment where I started to see the fruit from what I was going through.
And especially with
Willingness.
and especially with those who are, I hear this quite often, and I'm quite sure everyone else here, that I'm programmed out.
I'm programmed.
You know, I hear people say, I don't want to go back to no program. I'm programmed out.
Yeah, that's true.
And so you have to be willing to learn some new things.
Yeah.
You know, we don't know it all. I heard this quote once before. It says, when a person feels that they have reached a zenith or apex in learning in life, that's when they begin to descend. And so when a person thinks they know it all, they arrive. And so that's when we begin to tumble back down to reality that we don't know it all. And so don't give up. Be willing to learn some new things because, hey, you might read the book one time, you read it again,
Get something different.
you're going to get a different understanding.
Yeah. Willingness to learn. My pastor, I can't recall, I know where I heard it last. It was from him. And he said you have to be fat. And fat is faithful, available, and teachable. Mm-hmm. Faithful, available, and teachable. So willingness to learn, you have to be fat. And that's in every area of your life.
Listening skills?
Mm-hmm.
Listening skills. It says social skills are a vital part of life skills. Listening skills are included in this. When a person can actively listen and interpret what a person is saying, they are better able to respond and understand what a person needs. Being a good listener is also an important part of being a good friend.
Nice. Listening skills. Did you hear me?
All part of being a good friend.
A good friend.
Right?
All right, we've been going over this. We're going to have a wellness wheel. And like we said, we're going to have professionals in each part of the wheel, the emotional. We're going to have somebody in a professional field that can help deal with, who have expertise in that field, to deal with people's emotions. The intellectual field, we will have individuals we can call on that can help in that area. Physical, go ahead.
Physical, fitness, nutrition, exercise.
Nice.
I don't know, Mike might want to give up
A tutorial.
a tutorial. A walkthrough.
Walkthrough, if you will, man, you know.
All right. We got, what else, Mike?
What up? We got financial. We have somebody to come in and help, budgeting. How do you budget? That can be a training for everybody, not just the people who participate. Environmental and the spiritual inside of the wellness wheel, the spiritual component. Remember, we talk about multiple pathways of recovery. Some individuals request spirituality as their pathway, and that's not to discredit any other pathway that's out there. There are multiple pathways, but we like to deal with the overall of the person, like my man, my professor says, Mr. Craig Daniels. He says the holistics.
Holistic. Every aspect, every spectrum of recovery needs to be addressed.
That's right. And with that, again, my name is Michael Wentz Jr. I'm one of the grateful recovery coaches at Capital Recovery Center.
I'm just Greg. I'm also grateful as well.
Grateful.
And I'm Karen, also recovery coach.
Hey, I say I'm grateful because I'm able to do something that I honestly will do for free. But I'm grateful that I'm able to actually get paid to do something that I love to do.
Wow. That's valuable.
Yeah.
That's worth more than gold. Right? All right.